Big congratulations to women's basketball. The WNBA is still getting popular, and they recently signed a huge $2.2 billion deal that will see the players earning way more money than before if all goes well. So surely the ladies will not blow the bag, right? Let's welcome the night's official. Well, for a league that has never made a single profit in its 29 years of existence, that's a hard bargain. Still, the deal holds. But why exactly is the WNBA getting more views and deals suddenly? And why did the ratings recently fall so low?
WNBA television ratings down more than 50%. We should probably do a study on that. I'm not sure why that would be. Oh, wait. Since Caitlin Clark's injury.
It's simple, really. It's Caitlin Clark. The league's ratings rise when she's playing and falls when she's not. But 50%? That's almost all the new viewership they got. So, why is Caitlin Clark causing the WNBA ratings to go down like this? People always try to minimize Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA by saying the league's popularity has been on the rise before she came. But people lie and the numbers don't. CC alone is responsible for 26.5% of the WNBA's economic activity. Plus, she helped Indianapolis make $36 million in revenue. She's been called the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. And while people act like they don't know why, it's so obvious.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before.
The truth is, Caitlin Clark is not just some white girl being propped up by racist white people. If that were true, she would not be leading the league in assists and top 10 in scoring as a rookie. Her talent is undeniable, and that's why on average between 17,000 to 19,000 fans go to arenas to see her play. Now, for a league struggling to stay alive, having Caitlin Clark put them in a position to do what the NBA did with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. But unfortunately, Angel Reese is just not that good. People have made it seem like she had some kind of pull, but the numbers say otherwise. Her team, the Chicago Sky, normally averages between 6,000 to 12,000 fans depending on the night. But with Caitlin Clark, they had to move from their home arena of 10,000 seats to the United Center, which had double that capacity. But just in case it wasn't clear who the fans wanted to see, Clark got injured before the June 7th game, and guess what? Ticket prices dropped from $86 to $25 within 48 hours of the news.
For the game in Washington, fans needed at least $41 to get in. After the news of Clark's absence, those get-in prices fell to $25 from $86 and $14 from $41.
The announcement also caused the WNBA viewership numbers to drop from 1.8 million to under 850,000. Fans weren't coming to see Reese, and neither is there any rivalry to watch. They just want to see Caitlin Clark play, and if she's not playing, they stay back. But while the WNBA has never had someone with such star power, the truth is, that's how sports attract fans. When a league finds such a star, it has a duty to protect him or her, and right now, the WNBA isn't doing that. But are there any consequences for that? Well, for years, the WNBA has operated in the red, and now the stakes are higher than ever. Despite bringing in somewhere between 180 to 200 million in revenue last year, the league still lost roughly $40 million. The cost of running the league ran as high as upwards of $240 million, so obviously a change needs to happen, and the players are pushing hard for change. But the change they want is better pay and benefits. The players made this very clear during the last All-Star game and are currently having collective bargaining agreement (CBA) negotiations with the league management. So, what do they want? Do they want to make LeBron or Steph Curry money?
We are not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
So right now, WNBA players are getting about 9% of the league's revenue. For comparison, NBA players take home closer to 50%, which is what they're asking for. At the current 9% revenue share, WNBA players collectively received about $18 million based on the $200 million in league revenue. Now, if the league granted their request and increased their revenue share to 50%, they would get about $100 million from last season's revenue. But the only thing this league is making is losses. So basically a 50% revenue share would significantly increase the WNBA's total loss from $40 million to a whopping $132 million. Is it possible for the league to survive that? But there's a solution to all this. And that solution is Caitlin Clark. She is the league and players' financial lifeline. She represents increased ticket sales, more merchandise flying off shelves, and more importantly, higher ad revenues for nationally televised broadcasts. But the players and the league itself don't seem to get this. And that's why it's getting worse for the ratings. You see, people are seeing the way Caitlin Clark is being treated, the harsh fouls, the racism accusations, and the obvious envy. That's why things go very badly when she's out. See, that 50% drop in ratings is not just a lack of interest from fans, it's a statement. A statement that if you don't watch how you treat the best player in the league, we will not be watching. So, how can the WNBA not blow this opportunity? Caitlin Clark's impact on the court is undeniable, but what's happening off the court might be even more powerful and dangerous for the WNBA's future. In May, during a heated matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky, tensions exploded. Allegations surfaced that fans had hurled racially charged comments toward Chicago's Angel Reese. The league launched an investigation. Clark responded by backing the WNBA's official stance, but by then, the damage had been done. And ever since, the backlash hasn't stopped. What started as a simple rivalry between Clark and Reese has spiraled into something much messier. Some fans accused the league of favoring Clark. Others claimed Reese was being targeted unfairly. The conversation that should have been about basketball became a firestorm of race, media bias, and fan tribalism. But amid all that noise, something even more serious was happening. The Caitlin Clark fan base began to walk away. Many of Clark's supporters started boycotting the WNBA altogether. They weren't tuning in or buying tickets. Some even started openly calling out the league, saying that if Clark wasn't playing or being treated fairly, they had no reason to care. Clark's absence didn't just lower attendance, it dragged viewership down across the entire league. Even top-tier teams like the New York Liberty couldn't escape it. One of their recent matchups pulled just 600,000 viewers nationwide, despite featuring some of the WNBA's best talent. Then it came time to vote for the league's best guard, and guess what? Clark was voted 9th best by the players, while the media voted her 3rd. But the fans, who have the power to make the league profitable or not, voted her number 1. These players who voted Clark as the 9th best guard in the league can't even help themselves from throwing unnecessary tackles at her every chance they get. And the refs are not even helping. In a game against the Connecticut Suns, it even got worse. Now, after that happened in the game, the refs weren't sure what happened, so they spent about 15 minutes watching the replays. And what was their conclusion? They gave Caitlin Clark, Sheldon, and Marina a technical each. That was it. Now, with such a horrible decision, it was only a matter of time before things escalated. And it did. Sophie Cunningham literally took matters into her own hands. And just like that, Sophie became a fan favorite, gaining over 530,000 followers on TikTok since the incident. Now, with all these controversies and hate directed at her, imagine if Caitlin Clark left the WNBA for the EuroLeague or the WCBA. Does anyone doubt that the WNBA would lose all its viewership to whatever league she joins? If you doubt this, then you need to listen to Nichols here.
Popularity of the league had been increasing anyway, and Angel Reese was also a big star coming into the league. But here we go with Caitlin Clark singularly being missing for the time she was gone, and ratings tanking 50% in some cases. And then also she comes back and reminds everyone how spectacular she is, and everybody's talking about the WNBA. So if you needed to sort of have it affirmed to you that it is just her, that the singularity of her is what we are talking about, and her star power, you got it.
But here's where things get even trickier. The media's response to this situation has only made things worse. Instead of embracing the fact that Clark was bringing a new wave of fans, many outlets began attacking those fans. They were labeled as outsiders or bandwagoners. Some people even said they were pushing a racial agenda. And when Clark went down with an injury, many of those fans took the hint. They didn't just stop watching, they checked out. Now, the WNBA is stuck in the middle of a cultural rift it can't afford to ignore. On one hand, it's fighting for financial survival, while on the other, it's alienating the very fans who could help save it. Are we really about to see women let their emotions get in the way of the bag?
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA.
So what's the solution? The WNBA simply needs to accept how huge and profitable Clark's star power is. Like many have said, she's the Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods of the WNBA. So all they gotta do is handle her the same way the NBA or PGA handled either MJ or Tiger Woods. They need to mend fences with Clark's fan base and stop the negative labels. The officiating around her needs to be better, and so does the PR. And if players really wanted to get what they're owed, then they need Caitlin Clark on the court, healthy and shining bright. If not, she will continue to cause the WNBA ratings to fall. But what do you think? Do you think the WNBA ladies will not mess it up with Caitlin Clark? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, watch Sheryl Swoopes goes crazy after Caitlin Clark exposed her more next.